IAB Singapore presents in association with Digital Matters and the IAB ACMA Content Committee, a click-to-view production of What Does the Future for Agencies Look Like in the Digital Age? Starring Kim Douglas, Mike Rich, Keith Timimi, Jeffrey Seah, Susana Tsui.
Today's panel was principally about sort of the future and what digital can mean for companies and how do we organise ourselves for success? How do we as Asia and as Asia business people, step up and take our fair share of the future?
We're talking about the fact that maybe for the first time in history, the consumer is ahead of the industry, and so we have to catch up with where the consumer is. As we were hearing earlier in the day, you're getting to a point where people making videos out of their bedroom are now bigger media properties than places like MTV.
A couple of really good points. One is about the culture of the agency, and hence also the working chemistry of the client to move the industry forward.
The agency of the future is one that is a bit more real time, a bit more flexible. And I think two other things which I think the agency world doesn't do well enough, which is to be sensitive and more respectful to the consumer.
Basically to approach it differently, to stop letting marketing be the fanciful kind of creative piece at the end of a business process across a 2-year landscape, and actually bring that liberty of thought into the business process, bring it right back to the start where you're thinking about how does the brand go to market, not how does it use the internet to do advertising.
I think if we were to run this panel again in a year's time, I think it would be very interesting to see, relative to some of the comments that were made about driving efficiencies around the basics, taking some risks in terms of talent acquisition and content creation, and maybe pushing the boundaries of the role that agencies can play in terms of the advice that they provide to clients. I think it'd be very interesting to see how much action has been taken in terms of what has really been done versus how many more conversations have been had.